back then. Now. Okay. Hey guys. Katie here from the World Minecart, and yes, another one of these videos where there is no gameplay and it's just another screen. Welcome to a possible mini-series called How It Changed My Life, where I talk about the things that changed my life or had a big impact on my life. Now, this first episode is mostly going to focus on the FNAF series and how it changed my life. Hold on. Okay. Now, if you actually want more of this, like possibly me talking about like Minecraft and YouTube and some other things, then sure, I'll do that. But anyways, thought I'd talk about FNAF in the first episode because FNAF does have a special place in my heart. In fact, it's on the list of games and stuff that is legally bound to my soul. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get on with the video. It all started somewhere around 2015 where, like, FNAF 2 came out, and this was before FNAF 3 was even announced, or any of the teasers for FNAF 3 came out. Now, important thing to know is back then, when I first heard of FNAF, I generally thought the word, like, the initials FNAF meant farts not allowed fatty. Which, yeah, I actually thought that what it meant, and please note I was around 9 or 10 when I first discovered FNAF, so of course I would think this, because again, I was a child, please don't judge me. Okay, so anyways, yeah, I discovered the NTM was playing it, and at first when I saw the, like, office of FNAF 2, like, I legitimately thought it was a detective's office or something, but then I realized it was a pizzeria, and then later I just got bored and clicked off the video, and I didn't even think about it. But then later on, I would start to see a genre of YouTube content called Minecraft FNAF content, which basically took FNAF and Minecraft and fused it together into certain situations. I remember watching plenty of FNAF and Minecraft SFMs, Minecraft FNAF animations. I specifically remember Survive the Night by the Survive the Night animation by Enchanted Mob, which I freaking love that animation. And to be perfectly honest, if you ask me what was my most favorite FNAF game, besides Sister Location, I would say FNAF 2, mostly because again, that was the first game I even discovered. So that was like the first FNAF game that I heard about. I didn't even know there was a first game. And also, please note this was before I discovered that FNAF 2 was apparently a prequel and not a sequel. Which, this was also before I realized that FNAF's timeline and releases are just, just a tad bit confusing because this was back then when Scott made more prequels to FNAF than sequels. Kinda. Let's just say it kind of feels like the prequels and sequels are a bit unbalanced in the FNAF series. Just saying. So yeah, then I saw the FNAF 3 teasers through FNAF 3 SFMs, and also something to mention. Yes, I remember those old FNAF SFM models, and actually, in fact, there's actually a YouTuber who still uses those old SFM models, which his name is Zach Jack something. I don't remember his name, but he actually still uploads, despite the fact that he doesn't upload as much. But here's the thing: sometimes SFMs or source filmmaker animations, especially the long ones, those take a good while because again, animation takes a long time. So yeah, especially since he's just doing it himself. I think. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, and then later on, I would eventually see the first teaser for FNAF 4, which I was hyped for it, despite the fact that I would know that I would not be able to play it because of my parents. So, now we get to this part, my parents. Okay, now don't get me wrong. My parents are nice people, and they are the reason why I even exist in the first place. But here's the thing, sometimes they say and do things that just rub me the wrong way, specifically my mom. Now don't get me wrong, my mom is a nice person, but again, like I mentioned with both my parents. Now, thankfully, my dad doesn't do this as much, but my mom is just really bad at this. But my mom just says and does things that it just rubs me the wrong way, if you know what I'm trying to say. Just she says and does some things that just feel like, really? Now, something important to know about my mom is that she does not like horror. In fact, she thinks people who make horror or like horror are mentally messed up. Now, sure, she did not say it completely like that, but she said something very related like that. Now, here's the thing. Oh, yes, that may be true. That doesn't go for everyone. So, yeah, if you think literally everyone, like any person who likes horror is messed up, well, they're not. Not well, sure. Some of them can be messed up in the head, but most of them aren't. Like most of them are really friendly people. Scott Cawthon is a obvious example of that. For he is the one who made FNAF. So yeah. So basically, my parents never really liked FNAF. They actually tried to ban it from me a few times. But here's the thing, none of those were successful, and I still like FNAF, I still make FNAF related stuff, and I still like to try and buy FNAF related merch. Or the times I can get FNAF related merch, because again, my parents don't really like it. Now here's the thing, they won't stop me from liking it, because they know that, again, like I'm old enough to... Like here's the thing, like FNAF officially has been rated T for teen ever since FNAF VR and it being in the original game being released on consoles. And here's the thing, I'm 16. Like I have 2 more years until I'm 18. Yeah. So yeah, I'm old enough to have my own likings. Well, certain likings I'm still blocked from. I don't know where I'm going on with that part, but oh my god. But yeah, I remember those FNAF 4 teasers. They were freaking amazing. And yeah, also my parents don't really like FNAF that much, but you know, they don't really seem to care. And also I don't even talk to them about it that much because every time I mention FNAF they just groan, so yeah. I never really talked to my parents about any of my interests for the obvious reasons. Mostly because they don't seem to understand them and they are a little bit judgmental as well, so there's that. Okay. So then we get to FNAF World. Oh dear. Now when FNAF World came out, it did not get great receptions because people just did not like it. Now obviously later on that changed because FNAF World got a cult following. Now back then I actually really liked it. And I was actually really sad when when it got taken off of Steam. But little did younger me know that was later put on Game Jolt for free. So yeah, like I actually really loved FNAF World, and actually here's the story. Back then, like when FNAF World was still somewhat relevant, I decided to make like FNAF World versions of the characters that represented me and my friends. I did classic, golden, toy, withered, springlock, phantom, Nightmare, Jacko, etc. Hell, I even did like draw kill versions, which if you remember the draw kill animatronics, hello there, fellow veteran. How are you doing? Oh gosh, so cringy. Okay, but anyways, yeah, and I did Adventure World versions of those, and like I put all the drawings and I taped them to a certain part of my wall. And actually, that's not the only time where I taped drawings to a wall. Which quick story. Back then, I had this SpongeBob coloring book, and I colored most of the pages and printed the back sides that also have them covered. And I basically covered all of my walls with them. And whenever you would walk in, you would just see my all the walls of my room except the ceiling just covered in like pages from a SpongeBob coloring book. But eventually, it was taken down because yeah, my parents just don't know what style is. But anyways, back to the FNAF drawing stuff. I was actually really proud of this. Like it just showed that hey, this is my hard work. But then later on, my mom would tear them down and throw them away without telling me. Yeah, I was really hurt after that. Like when that happened, I was hurt, and my mom never said sorry for it. And to be perfectly honest, I feel like she's just forgotten about it anyways. Am I still bitter about it? Not as much, but I'm just still somewhat hurt that she didn't even tell me. Especially since my mom kind of has a habit of like doing stuff without telling anyone, and it just gets a little annoying. So yeah, that's a little story for you. You probably even heard that story if you follow me on Twitter, which is the dumpster fire right here. And I'm not even going to get into that because again, Twitter is a dumpster fire. So yeah. So yeah, I actually really like FNAF World, and then update 2 where like the end it revealed that hey, there's going to be an actual game coming soon that actually takes place in the mainline series. Hooray! So yeah. And then Sister Location eventually came out, and oh my gosh, that trailer. I loved that trailer. And actually, to get to the teasers real quick, this was back then when like people thought Baby, like Circus Baby, was supposed to be a Bonnie. Like I remember even actually a few months ago, I remember seeing like watching one of the animatronics old videos where like she did a speed paint of all the Bonnies, and it included what most people thought was the new sister location animatronic. When people thought, "Oh hey, the main animatronic is going to be some sort of Bonnie," which I mean, I guess if you look at it in a certain way, but it wasn't. It was later revealed to be a clown. And actually, another quick mention before I get back to the trailer. I kind of find it a bit. I actually kind of find it smart that like them so like the two out of the more than five animatronics in the game were clowns because again please note Sister Location came out in 2016, which was when the whole killer clown thing was still relevant because of the movie It, which actually more to think about it, a FNAF and It crossover would be freaking awesome. I know it's probably not going to happen in a million years, but or a official one won't happen in a million years, but that would be really cool. I'm sorry, I just find it funny to see Inard and Pennywise in the same room officially. That would be funny to see officially. Oh my god. Actually, it'd be really funny if like they got Tim Curry to play Inard, so like he could do the things that he did as Pennywise in the made-for-TV movie that came out in the 90s or 80s. I don't know. But anyways, back on topic and back to the trailer. I freaking love that trailer and how like it showed like the first three original games, and then like the ending with the jump scare. Despite the fact that Baby wouldn't have a jump scare until FNAF 6, the fact that their faces opened up were freaking amazing. Like, sure, it was a little scary, but it was like the fear was quickly removed when, like, I realized their freaking faces opened up. Their entirety, their entire existence can open up. Something I predicted for the Nightmare animatronics, but that never happened. It later came for the Funtime animatronics. Holy crap! Oh, and also to mention the other thing, I also remember when like the names of the characters and even Bellora's voice actor was leaked, which caused Scott to make a post about the game being canceled, which because of me being a stupid child back then, I actually believed that without realizing that, oh wait, you could just lighten up the text and realize that Scott is kind of a big troll. Because here's something to know about Scott. Sometimes he likes to troll his fans. I think most people know that. Especially with the fake FNAF 3 thing, the sister location thing I mentioned, and then the whole FNAF 6 slash Pizzeria Simulator thing. So, yeah, joy. Oh god, but yeah. So yeah, Sister Location was freaking amazing, and then the Ultimate or not Ultimate Custom Nights, that's later. But then the Custom Nights mode that was announced was also amazing. They introduced Bonnet, which was a recolor of Bon Bon, which started another gender debate, kinda. Yendo, which he is still somewhat underrated. Lobit, which is basically is basically that white and orange fox from FNAF World, but as a hecking big animatronic. And then they added more Minerias. I'm sorry if I got that name wrong. And then Electrobab, which is basically Biddy Bab, but if Biddy Bab was possessed by Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Nope. I'm not going to go on that rant of how Springtrap should be in the next Mortal Kombat game. I'm not going to go into that rant. That's going to be saved for another video. So yeah. So anyways, after that, everyone was waiting for the next game, but then Scott made that troll post saying that FNAF 6 was cancelled and he was making a Pizzeria Simulator game. And this game is also, and this was very important to me because I made my first video off of this, and like later on, I actually cried because saw the series was over. Yeah, that's how pathetic I was back then. And please note, this wasn't from child me. This was from early 13-year-old me. So yeah, that's kind of how freaking pathetic I was back then. Now, now I'm still pathetic, but less, I guess, if that makes any sense. Oh gosh, my sad existence. But anyways, okay. So yeah, then later it would be revealed that once you played the pizzeria simulator, it was revealed to be FNAF 6 the whole time, which hooray! So yeah, after that, yeah. Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, I actually remember taking a break after Sister Location. Like, sure, like, the thought of FNAF was still in my head, I just didn't do that much with it. But in 6th grade, like, that all came back, because, like, here's something important. Once you talk about FNAF, you can't freaking escape it. It's there with you. Permanently. Forever. It is legally bounded to your soul, and you know what? I'm fine with that. Like, I'm honestly fine with that, because FNAF is very important to me, and how it changed my life, which I'm finally getting to that, which, don't worry, I'll go back to talking FNAF after I mention how it changed my life. Let's just say FNAF is the reason why I've met some of my friends, is one of the reasons why I even want to do game development. And to be perfectly honest, if FNAF never existed, well, let's just say I probably would have never survived middle school, because to be perfectly honest, like, sure, FNAF wasn't the main thing that I had, the main series that I liked that was able to get me through middle school, but FNAF was one of the series that was even able to get me through middle school, because here's the thing. Middle school wasn't the greatest time of my life. I was depressed, stressed, a little suicidal. I was just not the same person I was when I was in kinder, or not when I was in elementary. FNAF was one of those series that I was able to look back at and enjoy, that was able to get me through the stress and stuff. Sure, that may sound cheesy and stupid, but it's true. FNAF is one of those series that, hey, I like to look back on and say, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I am the way today. Yeah. I'm sorry if that sounds cheesy. I'm really sorry if that sounds cheesy or cringy, but I honestly don't care. Sure, I may not consider myself a FNAF fan, especially since how fans have been recently with the recent drama. But hey, I consider myself a chat level enjoyer, which is basically a fan but less crazy. So, yeah. Anyways, to get back to my favorite part of this video. Just constantly talking about FNAF because, hey, why not? This is my YouTube channel, so I can do whatever I want. I could, I could post a video of a dancing plush trap in a Dead by Daylight map. Sure, I'm like sure, probably could not do that because I don't know how to work SFM and it doesn't even work on my computer and I don't know where I'm going with this. So let's just get back to what I was talking about, which was constantly talking about FNAF because hey, why not? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but anyways, after that, everything was just quiet. I was continuing to make FNAF art, continuing watching FNAF related stuff, and then and then one day the Megathread came. Well, the Megathread that was written by Scott Cawthon on Steam, which basically announced not only a VR game was coming out, but a bunch of other games, including a possible AAA game, which still hasn't happened yet, and some people think Security Bridge is a AAA game, even if the fact that Steel Wool isn't a AAA studio and is a indie studio. Like, seriously, people, calm down. Steelwool isn't a AAA studio; they're an indie studio. So yeah, just calm down. So yeah, I remember seeing that Megathread, and I also remember like when FNAF VR came out, and then like the announcement of FNAF VR, like that was so cool. But then again, another Megathread came out, which basically or not Megathread. Then like the first teaser for FNAF Security Breach came out, and oh my gosh, I was hyped. Like I was so hyped. I even drew my own versions or interpretations of what the animatronics could have looked like. Which, if you're interested in seeing that, maybe I might show an image one day. Depends. I don't know. Or hey, if you ever find my DeviantArt, maybe you might find it. Maybe. Depends. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, wait. Yeah, I just need to check something. Okay. Yeah, so, anyways, now with FNAF, still waiting on Security Breach because multiple times it's been delayed, which I'm not going to complain about that. And obviously, there are more books, which I'm not even going to get into the books. I only have the first three books and none of the short stories because let's just say I don't want to have to start a library because of FNAF, so yeah. And also, one of my projects is in fact a FNAF fan game, and I am still making FNAF fan art to this day, so yeah. In hell, I even plan on making a Roxanne Wolf cosplay one day. Well, after I get a few other cosplays and stuff done, so yeah, there's that. So yeah, and again, I may not consider myself like a FNAF fan for like the most recent dramas, but I would more consider myself someone who just likes it. Like, sure, I'm not the type of person who would go extremely deep into the lore, MacPat. But yeah, it's still something that I like to enjoy. I still like to watch videos about it, and yeah. And also, before I end this video here, Scott, thank you. Thank you for everything. I know recently has been rough with all the things going on, but I I just want to thank you for everything. I just want to thank you for giving me a part of my childhood and just giving me something that made me the way I am today, which is still a someone who exists. So, Scott Cawthon, thank you. Okay, anyways, before I start crying, I'm going to end this video. So anyways, that's it for this video. Make sure you guys subscribe and like for more, and I'll see you all guys later. Peace out, home guards, and goodbye!